Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I am so excited to open this. Do you see where it's from? Five Below. So we're gonna open this box like right now.
It all just goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby.
Hello, my crafty friends. It's me, Lisa, and I have a Five Below package that I have to open because this is so cool. I am so happy that this came. Let me find something to open this with. Prefer a knife, but I don't have a knife, so the scissors will have to do. Do you see what's inside? Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. I was on a mission to find these pumpkins. So I went to, I think, 3 different Dollar Trees, no stacking pumpkins. I looked online, no stacking pumpkins. And then I typed in a Google search for stacking pumpkins and I found them. But when I found them, they were out of stock. So I was like, okay, well, all right, I guess I'm not going to get the stacking pumpkins this year. I'll just keep looking for them. But like 2 days later, and I don't know what caused me to look, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to Five Below and I'm going to see if they have these stacking pumpkins in stock now. And they did. So I got some. Now, if you have a Five Below store close by you, they may have these in stock. But the Five Below store that is semi-close for me, they didn't have any in stock. And the closest one was actually like 15 miles away. So I decided to just go ahead and buy them online and have them ship them to my home. So if you can find them, these are $5. Yeah, $5 for pumpkins that stack up to over 2 feet tall. Now, if you can't find them in your local store, but you do find them on the Five Below website, I think it's like $7 for shipping, but at this point I was like, I want these pumpkins. So I went ahead and paid the $7 for shipping. So for 2 sets of the stacking pumpkins, I paid around $20. So to me, that was worth it. If it's not worth it to you, don't buy them. But go and look and see if they have them in your store. But these stacking pumpkins were exactly what I was looking for because I want to make an outdoor topiary and I wanted to see if I could do it for less than $10. So basically $10 per topiary is what I'm going to be spending because I have the pumpkins. And later this week, I'm going to show you how I made the planters for the stacking pumpkins out of some things that I already had at home. So I didn't have to pay anything for the planters. I just had to buy the pumpkins. So let's see what these things are like. So excited. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. And pumpkin. All right. Like this, and like this. Now, I don't want to secure them together yet. Woo, because I'm going to take them out and paint them because these are like, they're a matte finish, but they're pretty plastic looking. So I'm going to actually take these outside and we're going to paint them up and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness, look at how cute that is. They're so big. So awesome. Let's go prep these pumpkins for painting. Okay, so I took the pumpkins outside because I want to coat them with a coat of primer paint. So I'm going to separate the pumpkins and we're going to start with the largest one first. So unfortunately, the primer paint that I got, it actually ended up clogging up. So I was able to get one pumpkin with the, it's just real primer, and that worked really well to give a nice coat to the pumpkin. But once that ran out, I just grabbed a can of a satin finish spray paint that I had, and I spray painted the remaining 2 pumpkins with the satin spray paint. So what this will do is help the paint that I'm going to put onto it stick to it without just kind of like being able to be scratched off easily. And after my spray paint was dry, I brought them back in to paint them. Now I used this orange spice and white paint, and I mixed them together to get the orange that I wanted for the larger pumpkin. So I'm doing this color orange on the bottom pumpkin, or the largest pumpkin. So I'm just gonna go around the entire pumpkin and paint it with this orange paint. And this paint is just your typical acrylic paint that you can get at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or even the Dollar Tree. Now I did want to add a little bit of dimension to this pumpkin, so when I was all done painting it orange and while it was still wet, I did use some burnt umber, and then I just applied that to the deeper parts of the pumpkin. See those lines that I'm putting on? So I just added the burnt umber in, and then I blended the burnt umber and the orange paint together. So this will give a little bit of shadow, a little bit of dimension to the plastic pumpkin, so it doesn't look quite so plastic. And then I just continued this process all the way around the pumpkin. And this is how he looks. So now while the orange pumpkin is drying, I'm going to use the acrylic paint again on the middle pumpkin, or the medium-sized pumpkin. And I think this is called Cafe au lait or something. I think it's a folk art paint. I don't know, but it was kind of an oatmeal color, kind of a light tan. So I went ahead and painted this pumpkin with this tan-ish paint. And once I had him all painted and he was still wet, I added in some white paint to give, you guessed it, some more dimension to the pumpkin. And then I just blended the white into that tan color. Now you don't have to use these colors for your pumpkins. You can do whatever you want. I just really liked these. And then for the tiny pumpkin, I did paint him green and then add in some white. I didn't show you that part because I figured you'd seen me paint. So, but then I took some burnt umber and I painted the stem of the small pumpkin with the burnt umber paint. And these are the pumpkins. These are all finished. And once the acrylic paint had dried, I did take them outside and give them a nice coat of a spray sealer. And this was in a shiny coat because that's all I had. So now the fun part, now I'm going to assemble my topiary. So these pumpkins do snap together, but I am going to give them a little bit of extra support and use some hot glue because I'm going to add in some reindeer moss all the way around the pumpkins. Now this reindeer moss, that's what it says on the package. It's like a moss, Spanish moss maybe, but I did get this at the Dollar Tree and it was $1.25 for one bag. And this one bag of reindeer moss was enough for both of the topiaries that I did because I made 2 topiaries so that they can sit on my front porch. And then I just continued this process between the top pumpkin and the middle pumpkin. And I do find that adding in that hot glue around the edge, it actually helps to secure the pumpkins together too. All right, so now that I have that reindeer moss all the way around the pumpkins, I'm just going to add in some little pieces, some different leaves that I have and some different greenery, just to really make this pumpkin topiary just look even better. So I'm just going to add in some little silk flowers that I had, and I did this on every level. So on the lower level, the middle level, and I did even add a few extra onto the top of the pumpkin, the little tiny pumpkin too. And once I was finished, this is how my topiaries turned out. And you can see all the greenery and the leaves and stuff that I added. This is why I don't throw out anything that might be odds and ends, because you never know when you can use them. And here are the pumpkin topiaries on my front porch in these awesome planters that I made. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that in an upcoming video, but I am so happy with how these turned out. I can't believe that I only spent $5 per pumpkin topiary.